What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Alright, I found this video from Popcross Studios. This is what if Christmas characters were epic action heroes. Alright, and this is, yeah, of course, by Popcross Studios. So this looked interesting, looked kind of looked pretty good for Christmas. So yeah, 'tis the season. Alright, so let's see what he's got for us here. The thing on the front shows Santa in like a mech suit. So let's go.
Today I wrote a dumb story to go along with some weird designs that I made.
Oh, there you go. Those are the best
Be a
ones.
summary of like 90% of videos on this channel.
And then some.
Subscribe if you
Dude, that
like
Master Chief.
But anyway, I wanted to do a Christmas-focused episode, so I decided to redesign Christmas characters into kind of
The Grinch!
action warrior
What the hell was
versions
that?
of themselves.
Rudolph,
I also
okay.
decided to sort of tie this in with a video that I made like 2 years ago. That was one of the first drawing videos I did on this channel when I was transitioning away from being an animation channel. So it's very, very loosely
really?
based off that. You don't have to have seen that video because
He used to be an animation
and
channel,
it's
huh?
partially inspired by one of my favorite comics of all time, Claus, or Klaus. I don't know which way you're supposed to read it out loud.
I think it's
Maybe
Claus.
Also, this isn't affiliated with the Netflix movie Klaus, but that's really great too. It just was an inspiration for this video. Anyway, if you want to send me some Christmas cheer, hitting the like button always helps. But besides that, we might as well just jump right into this.
Please like
weird
this video
story.
too, guys.
Let's
It
go.
really helps. Helps this channel grow.
A squeaky voice
Comments,
cried
likes.
across the control tower. Red alert, Claus! They're gathering on the outskirts of the village. Claus finished snapping on his armor.
He seems to be a pretty
Thank
good
you,
writer.
Bernard. Is he with them? Yes, Claus, right on the front line. Claus gripped his broadsword. Unexpectedly
Broadsword,
courageous
what the
of him.
fuck?
The control tower window slid open, and cold air tore into the room. The sweet smell of winter filled Claus's nostrils as he took in a deep breath and
Dude,
cracked
broadsword,
his
that's a friggin' Buster
Let's
sword.
Go see what the king of the naughty list has to say.
The
Santa
Grinch.
charged forward and leapt, firing out of the room and shooting across the village grounds. He landed on a factory rooftop, took a few heavy steps, and leapt again, shooting over the city walls and landing in the icy tundra of the North Pole. He slowed to a march and approached the army of frozen warriors before him. They practically blended into the icy landscape, but their leader, leaning on a large rocket launcher and picking something from his teeth, was a green-furred figure who
A
easily
termite.
stood out in the crowd.
Yep, the Grinch.
Oh, it's about time you got here. I wondered how long you were gonna keep me waiting, big man. He stood upright, lifted the rocket onto his shoulder, then looked at the blade in Claus's hand. Still with the swords? Your elves can make you thousands of bootleg PlayStations and Xboxes, but they can't make you a decent gun?
Bootleg
Is that what this
PlayStations
is
and
about?
Xbox? Dude.
PlayStations and Xboxes? We would have been willing to pay for them if your vile corporations had made enough for all the good boys and girls who wanted them. Christmas wishes don't get put on hold because of poor demand expectations, Grinch. Well, all the same, a lot of big business.
That's kind of foreshadowing about the PlayStation
Dishing
5.
out your version of their goods.
This is a pretty old
You can
video.
hand out all the toy wooden horses and little bags of marbles or whatever that you want, but all your tech gifts, gotta cough them up to me, big guy, or my friends here are gonna wreck the halls of your cute little factories. Claus looked across the army. Thousands of
That's
frozen
pretty badass
skeletal
looking.
warriors were lined up and snarling, awaiting the Grinch's orders. Come on, big guy, you're gonna take them all out with a sword? You've got no play here. A sly smirk crept across Claus's face. Ho ho ho, don't I now? He slammed
Ho,
the hilt
ho,
of his
ho.
blade into the ice, and a ripple of green and red energy shot through the ground, which started to rumble. Out of the
Anime
ice
sword,
behind him
dude.
burst a
Not just
massive
any sword,
blur.
anime sword.
Santa belted out in his thundering baritone. Rudolph, slay.
Dude, Rudolph Slay. Dude. Bruh. That's pretty cool.
Careening over the battlefield was the great 20-foot-tall deer beast, its nose a glimmering beacon of red to be seen for miles. It spun through the air and pointed its head towards the army. The light of its nose glowed brighter and brighter.
Shoots
until a
lasers
beam
out of his
energy
nose.
fired
Nice,
from it and
man.
obliterated
Nice.
20 ice demons. Grinch simply rolled his eyes. Oh, fine, have it your way. He gestured forth and his army charged. Grinch backed away into the horde. Claus
Attack.
tried to get to him, but the swarm was too much. Blade in hand, he spun around, eviscerating a wave of foes, then tapped a communicator in his ear. Bernard, send in the elves. The gates of the village opened and out poured Santa's own army. Adorned in pointy green helmets and clogged ice skates, the miniature warriors fired forth, joining Old Saint Nick on the battlefield. He continued to sweep through icy foes, but the more he cut down, it seemed the more would appear. Soon, ogre-like ice demons began lurching out of the ground to join the fight. Claus leapt onto the first one to rise and drove his blade straight through it, but even that didn't take it down. He pulled his blade out and swung a mighty Christmas fist into its jaw, and the beast erupted into snowflakes. But that blow took a might that Santa's army didn't share. They were outnumbered and outclassed. They needed to cut the head off this snake. Claus whistled and caught the attention of Rudolph. The beast swooped down and Claus leapt into the air, catching Rudolph's side. They soared above
Laser
the sea, and
nostrils.
Claus searched for the army's leader to no avail. Bernard, scan for humbug particles. There should be only one source
Humbug
out here.
particles?
Already on it,
Really,
and he-
dude?
Wait a minute. This can't be right. But the audio cut out. Bernard! Bernard! To make matters worse, one of the
Oh,
ice
Bernard
ogres threw
from,
a massive frozen spear
the Santa
and planted
Claus.
straight into Rudolph's chest. The beast and Santa crashed to the earth. Claus rolled to his feet and ran around to Rudolph's side to inspect the wound. Ice was slowly seeping across Rudolph's body. Not today, old friend. Claus tapped his comm again. We need 1,000 cc's of condensed vitamin D on my location as
Wait,
soon
what?
as before he could even
Wait,
finish.
bruh.
The figure
Vitamin
crashed
D.
into the field next to him, wielding a candy cane blade and a silver battle flail. A smirk crossed Claus's face. Ah, always good to see the old ball and chain.
Mrs. Claus? Dude, what the hell, man?
Mrs. Claus moved her weapons with such precision it was as though they had a mind of their own. While her flail would swing around her and obliterate a half-dozen ice demons, her sword would be slicing through another 6. My love, when we have you, we hardly need an army. She ran toward Rudolph and pulled a vial from her pocket. Well, dear, these icy troublemakers are old news. Before she could reach the downed Rudolph, 2 of the ice ogres sprung up from the ground before her. Actually, dearie, these ones are new, but not a problem. The first hammered its fists towards her, but she rolled to the side and stabbed her sword straight down, nailing its arm to the ice. Before the other could take a swing, she whipped her spike ball into its stomach. Its head lurched
Spike
down
ball?
in reaction. She pulled the flail back again, whipped it straight up, and obliterated the beast's head. She pulled her blade from the other's arm and whipped the flail, knocking its legs from under it. It fell to the ground, and with a triumphant leap, Mrs. Claus swung her blade straight down through the middle of the beast, cutting it clean in half. She gingerly walked through the halves of the ogre and once more drew her vial. She tilted Rudolph's massive head back and poured the liquid inside. He'll be fine, but he'll need time to heal. I'll protect him here, dear. Now you go find that furry green oaf. Claus nodded. He charged back toward the village. He leapt over the walls and buildings as fast as he could. He landed on the roof of the control tower and was ready to jump inside, when a steel object smashed against the back of his head. He rolled across the roof. Even when he stopped, his brain felt like it was still spinning. He tried to shake it off as he pushed to his feet to face his foe. The Grinch hovered at the edge of the roof in a sickly
The Grinch!
battle armor. Bet you wish he had more than a sword now, huh, big guy?
That's pretty cool.
Claus shook himself off the
How
best
the
he
Grinch
could
stole
and
Christmas.
charged towards the Grinch. What have you done to Bernard? Claus leapt at his foe, who shot up out of the way, aimed a massive fist down, and fired a beam of green lightning.
He uses
at Claus,
mech-
sending
a
him
mech
rocking
suit?
towards the snowy earth. Don't relax, he's just taking a little power nap while I finish my work. Now let's see, which of these buildings do you keep the goods in, huh? Claus smashed to the ground, but he was braced this time. He rolled out of it and charged after the Grinch again. He leapt onto a close roof, then fired up at the green meanie. This time, Grinch didn't dodge. He caught Claus by the neck. Santa swung his blade, but Grinch caught his arm as well. Grinch slammed his helmet into Santa's cherry red nose, further dizzying Father Christmas. Don't you get it, big guy? You're outdated! He flew Santa straight down and drilled him into the ground. He cocked back a fist and slammed it into Claus's head. He was barely keeping conscious. You want to keep up these days? You're gonna have to make some new toys for yourself, not just for the bratty little kiddos. Grinch flew up again and took aim at the tech factory. Through hazing vision, Claus swung back his sword and hurled it with his remaining might at the Grinch. It spiraled through the air and slashed straight through one of Grinch's rocket boots, and continued on, jabbing straight into the side of the tech factory wall. Oh, come on! Grinch spiraled through the air and slammed into a building, then down to
I
the
can see
hollow
this being
snowbanks.
animated.
Grumbling, he rolled over and pointed his rocket-mounted arm at the factory ahead. Alright, big man, it's time for me to make some noise, noise, noise. He launched a rocket straight for the
God.
factory. Santa forced himself up and pulled back one of his gloves. revealing
Should
a
be a little
watch
bit
with
more
big
green
red
if it's
button
going to be
on
the
it.
Grinch.
He waited until exactly the right moment, then pressed it. His sword suddenly shot out of the factory wall and flew straight towards Claus. The blade sliced through the rocket and it erupted before reaching the factory. Grinch's mouth shot open as the sword continued past him straight into Claus's grip. Just because I like old toys doesn't mean I haven't embraced new ones, Grinch. Claus detained the Grinch and deactivated his tech that was controlling the frozen army. And with that, the battle was won. The Green Man's heart wasn't growing to any new sizes that day, but in the least, for the time being, Claus and his crew had saved Christmas.
I can see this being an animated video, and I think it'd be pretty awesome.
Huh. This episode was a lot shorter than I expected. I guess it was a kind of short story, but it was still a fun one to write.
It was still
Hopefully
pretty
a fun
cool.
Short episode.
You're a good
I
writer.
like the amount of creative freedom I had in this. Maybe coming around to the next holiday, I can continue this story at like.
I'm pretty sure the Grinch is so
Valentine's
old
Day,
that he's
Easter,
public
or something.
domain now,
Although
too.
I guess I don't know what characters I would really use for Easter besides the Easter Bunny. It would probably be going too far to have the Easter Bunny and like Jesus teaming up to fight someone. I probably shouldn't do that. But I don't know. I'm sure I'll
Easter
think of
Bunny
something
and
between now
Jesus,
and
oh my
then.
God.
Anyway, if you like these weird single
Easter Bunny
story-focused
versus Genghis
episodes,
Khan.
I've got a whole
You should
playlist
do that.
of them. Like I mentioned, my X Titans episodes. I've got my own original story, Biomet Kayla. My Spider Bat episode. I've got a
Spider
JoJo
Bat.
episode. Whole lot of
JoJo.
episodes kind of similar to this, and a lot of other episodes with multiple stories.
He mixes a lot of
Whole
characters.
playlist of the single
That's
story
pretty
ones
cool.
At the end of this video. Anyway, I hope everyone's getting excited for the next episode. I know I'm excited for it, but that's maybe because I know what it is. Though it's a video that I have been promising for ages that I'm finally getting around to. Is it dragon related? I probably shouldn't say, but yes, it's dragon related. Anyway, that's all for today.
Bruh.
I'm Christian Pearson. This has been Popcross Studios, home of the nerdiest art videos on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next video on Friday, which is dragon related. Goodbye.
I actually don't care for the dragon related ones because it's just like, you know, whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, so that was actually pretty damn good. Okay, so what if Christmas characters were epic action heroes? I did like that. It was a good story, and the artwork characters were pretty badass too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like this video, subscribe to me, be a nice Christmas present to me, guys. A bunch of subs. That would be really awesome. I would really appreciate it. That's on my Christmas list. You know, all I want for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is you. And of course, click on the link to the original down in the description. Get down to Popcross Studios, like the original video, and sub to him if you haven't. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye and Merry Christmas.